Hey bro, I'm just setting up my stream real quick.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready. Black 25.
They'll give it up to Ivory. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And this is caught by Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
180. No spacing.
On second down, it's Bell. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Take 2 of them.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Snickers, you gotta spin.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Ivory gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let me go.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down. This is Ivory. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And there to get him down defensively, Brian Allen. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Snickers, 66.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. They set up the screen to Ivory. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They give it to Ivory. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger lets it go for Nelson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Now a give. Running left is Ivory. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Jameis to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Ivory. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout.
Let's go now.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vinny Curry. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger. Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. To return, it's Cam Sutton.
Just about at every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now out come the Steelers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Like 20. Take 2 of them. Hurry up, let's go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Finding room to the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Now Bell fights loose. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. A give to Bell. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Winston. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Winston running the option left here. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They go play action. Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
He's going to air one out. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The give is to Bell, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were.
And Winston lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He got 29 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a and he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Takes 2 of them. Hurry up, let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's go. Whoa. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Oh, we got man.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
With it is Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cody Sensible. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
that's
with
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Eat these two.
They'll go again with Bell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
A road win in the